Taxi!
All right, love, where to?
Oh, my God, what on earth are you doing?
Just get in.
Oh, look, love, darling, what's all this? Don't objectify my body. I'm a man.
Hey, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab the other day.
Who?
Matt Watson. Oh, he's nice. Oh, he's a nice man.
Look, stop, Ginny, stop this right now. What are you doing driving a taxi?
I'm testing it.
Well, you're testing it very badly.
I'm going to take my cap off.
Right,
I feel
take
a bit
it off.
ridiculous
Get rid of
now.
all these gimmicks. Actually, we haven't tested one of these, have we?
Not yet, but we are doing now. It's a double test between both of us, Batch.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we should probably take this to the Carbuyer test track,
Okay.
and then we can test it properly. Now,
Yeah.
if you take a left here.
Batch, it's fine. I've got the knowledge. There you go, sir. Carbuyer test track.
Stop it, all right? Enough of that.
What?
Well, stop with all this chatter.
There's your cap back.
Thank
Don't
you
bring
very
me any more
much.
props
I
to
won't.
wear. I'm not wearing them again.
Stop it. Right, this is the new black cab, or to give its official title, the LEVC TX. Now, we're going to give it the full Carbuyer treatment and tell you whether it's any good or not.
But before we do that, do make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you know when the latest video from Batch and I has landed. You can follow us on Twitter and also on Instagram.
And make sure you press that little bell icon so you get notified exactly when one of our video lands. This is the latest bespoke black cab for London. It's built by the London Electric Vehicle Company, or LEVC for short, which has previously been known as the London Taxi Company and London Taxis International. Now owned by Chinese firm Geely, which also owns Volvo, but more of that later, the new TX cab is built in a brand new multi-million-pound factory in Coventry. It has familiar styling cues, and as it's a black cab, it can turn in the mandatory 8.5 metres or 28 feet. Now, it's a big change from the TX4, this car's predecessor, which began life way back in 1997 as the TX1. Now, before then, it was the Fairway, then it was the Austin FX4, and then it was the Austin FX3 in the 1950s. But this car does take a few design cues from those models, like the sloping roofline. That's very TX1, and at the front, well, that grille is taken straight from the Austin FX4 from the 1960s. And it has to be retro, this car, because the black cab is known all the way around the world as a design icon. But unlike those previous taxis, this one isn't powered by a diesel engine. Boot room. Now, it's a key Carbuyer requirement of any car that we test. And lift up the boot lid and, oh dear, there's not a huge amount of space back there. It's full of spare wheel and the charging cables. Now, the reason why there's not much space in there is because it's crammed full of an electric motor which pushes out 148 brake horsepower. Now, that electric motor powers the rear wheel, so this car is rear wheel drive, and it gets its power from a 22 kilowatt battery that lies underneath the driver's seat. Now, you can charge that battery up with the charging ports here. Now, as standard, you get a Type 2 charger there, and also the possibility to rapid charge it as well, just down there. Or you can optionally fit this with a CHAdeMO charger. Now, with those batteries fully topped up, you get 80 miles of pure EV range. But what happens when you run out of pure EV? Well, don't fret, because this is a range extender, you won't be stranded at the side of the road, because under here is a 81 brake horsepower, 1.5 litre, 3-cylinder engine taken from a Volvo. Now, that engine does not power those wheels, it only powers those batteries underneath where Ginny is sitting. Take it away, Ginny.
Why, thank you, Batch. So let's talk about in here, and wow, immediately you can see it is a world away from the old cramped interior of the TX4. Now, Batch has been mentioning Volvo, and that is the word that springs to mind in here because it feels far more like an SUV. look, I'm not going to say it feels like a Volvo SUV, but there are definitely lots of hints of Volvo in here. You have, for example, a Volvo key, lots of Volvo switchgear, and this steering wheel. May have a different badge on there, but that is a Volvo steering wheel. And take a look at the infotainment screen here in the centre. Okay, some of the typeface is different, it isn't quite as glossy, but it's basically the same system that you get in Volvo cars. In fact, this is the first taxi to ever come with satellite navigation, although of course no cab driver that I've ever met would need to rely on that because they all have the knowledge. It also has niceties like a reversing camera, it's got lots of safety tech like lane keeping assist. The whole thing is just a really nice place to be with a lovely high driving position. Look, I'm a mum. Being a taxi driver goes with the territory. I'd happily ferry the kids round in this. It's nice in here.
It may well be a workhorse, but that doesn't mean the TX is poorly equipped. The standard Vista model gets LED front and rear lights, digital dials and a 9-inch tablet screen, along with auto lights and wipers, rear parking sensors, a panoramic roof, front and rear climate control, Wi-Fi and USB and a 3-pin socket. Wow, that's a lot for your money. There's a whole load of safety kit that's standard too, including lane keep assist, traffic sign recognition, along with autonomous emergency braking. Vista Comfort adds an electrically adjustable and heated driver's seat, along with a heated windscreen, whilst the top spec Vista Comfort Plus gets sat-nav, a reversing camera, along with front parking sensors.
Now, as this is a taxi, it has to be suitable for everybody, and that includes wheelchair users. And look at this door, look, it opens 90 degrees, which allows a lot of access for wheelchair users. Something else that will help them is the ramp that pops out, and once they're inside, they can be securely lashed down with the points in the floor. There's one thing I particularly like though, look at this seat, look. You can just slide it out, and you can just easily get in. It is perfect for people who have got mobility problems like Ginny.
You are on thin ice today.
Am I?
Yes, very thin ice. Behave yourself. Terrible. Anyway, so immediately here in the back, it is unlike the back of any black cab I've been in. It's really lovely. Feels much more spacious in here. Very light, thanks to that roof as well, the glass roof.
That comes as standard, and it allows you to look up and look at big things like Big Ben, Sydney Opera House, because it's a worldwide taxi. Lots of big things you can look at.
All around the world.
Yes.
Things.
It feels a lot wider in here as well, doesn't it?
Shall I take over at this point?
Take over.
Okay, let me talk about the back now properly. So, mum head on. I really like the fact that there are Isofix child seat points on each of the outer seats. It's just very wide across here. You'll easily get 3 adults. You said 6 adults?
You can get 3 over there as well on the flip down seats, 3 back here, which is great.
Charging points down here, which is absolutely brilliant because I constantly run my phone to low, so that's great.
There's also a 3-pin socket down there, so you can charge up your laptop as well, which is great.
Do my hair if I was running late.
You could do your hair.
Could do. And I'm like the Queen, I never carry cash.
She is like the Queen. Honestly, I'm always paying for lunch.
Yeah, right. What I like is this in the back now. Card payment and it's contactless.
Contactless, you just zap your card and away you go. The other good touches back here, there's a hearing loop, we've got braille on the doors, we've got climate control, and there's a speaker button, so I don't have to really shout at the driver when they're going the wrong way.
Okay, I think you should take me for a ride now, don't you?
Oi, oi.
It's like working with a teenager, honestly.
So here we are then, Ginny.
Take it steady, please.
We're in the taxi. I feel as though I should adopt a taxi driving position. Now I'm on the side here, you know, just relaxed.
Just take it steady. None of your erratic driving.
None of my erratic driving. It's a
back.
car. You don't want to drive erratically because it's not about driving fast, is it? And it's just a really nice thing to drive this. I mean, you do feel like you're in an SUV. There's no escaping from it. You've got this high up driving position. I mean, this seat is taken out of a Volvo XC90 and it is so comfortable. And the whole thing, ergonomically, I mean, I've got the screen here with all my different driving functions. It's just really well thought out. And because this is a range extender, I've got different driving modes. So at the moment I'm in save, so I'm not using any electric power whatsoever. I'm just using a little bit of the petrol engine. There we go, it's just kicked in. So I'm saving all that EV power for use once I'm in the city. I've got smart mode, so it alternates between the two power sources, and then there's pure EV. I mean, it's just unheard of in a taxi. This is just like a proper sort of plug-in hybrid sort of range extender SUV. It's just great. What's it like in the back?
Well, as we said already earlier, it's really comfortable, and this big glass expansion here on the roof makes it such a nice place to be. I mean, the thought of just kind of driving around London, taking in all the sights is absolutely lovely. I'm already taking advantage of charging. My phone, as usual, has run out of battery, so that's charging up there. One thing I do think, though, I'm surprised they haven't fitted in this new version, is a few cup holders here in the back. Which seems a bit strange, but I know there's an absolutely enormous one in the front.
Yeah, I've got an enormous one here, and it's on this sort of accessory rail, which you can get all sorts of different accessories on this taxi. I mean, so we've got the cup holder, and we've got a printer here, so you can print your receipts off, and we've got sort of like a driver ID kind of keypad thing, which if there are numerous taxi drivers driving this, you can adapt it for your own profile. Yeah. I'm a bit surprised by that, I do have to say. But there are lots of cubbies up here. There's a big storage bit up here. There's lots of little bits up here. Big door bins. Typical Carbuyer test.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry.
Can I speak now?
You can speak, yes, go ahead.
It's just you're going on quite a lot.
Oh, you've got the speaker on. I see. So am I even louder in the back now, am I?
Yeah, but I can also make you hear me for once. So, right, can I talk for a bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
It's not very cheap, is it? How much does this cost?
It's not cheap. I mean, prices start at around £55,500, and they rise to just under £58,000, which is an awful lot of money. But the old taxi, the old TX4, wasn't particularly cheap either. And you've got to remember that most people aren't going to be buying this outright. They're going to be doing it on a weekly or a monthly PCP. And this is only around £10 more than the old TX4. So, I mean, you're probably going to be spending around 170, 180 quid a week on this. And I don't think that's a lot. And also, it's not a lot because this is far more fuel efficient. Now, around town, the TX4, and I know this because I've driven a TX4 in central London, you're lucky to get more than 20 mpg, and you've got no stop-start, you've got that wailing diesel engine the whole time. It's a pretty unpleasant driving experience, whereas in this, around London, I've been getting around 130 miles to the gallon, and that's because you tend to be driving around on electric power all of the time, and 80 miles of pure electric range doesn't sound a lot, does it, Gin? You paying attention?
Sorry?
I was saying 80 miles doesn't sound a lot, but when you're in the city, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Sorry, I was just getting a bit bored there. I was just nodding off because it's quite comfortable here in the back. No, 80 miles, to be fair, isn't a lot for an SUV. But when you're in a city and you're doing the kind of speeds that you do in London, which I think is probably about 7 miles an hour or something, actually 80 miles is a great range, isn't it?
It is great. And also, you've got to remember that 80 miles range, you're not going to be using that all day. You can plug this into a rapid charger on the street and charge this up in around 30-45 minutes, and to get an 80% charge. So you can be driving this around the city all day on electricity and then drive home with your range extender running, which we've got at the moment. It's just a really well thought out 21st century solution to the taxi. I think it's great.
I agree. I think it's absolutely brilliant. But Batch, please don't take this the wrong way. I've had enough of your driving today. Could you just get me home now, please?
Well, you do know you've chalked up quite a lot of money. Is that all right with you?
Really? What? What have you been doing?
Why? Because you're blabbering on all of the time. That's why, woman.
It's not me. It's you that's been blabbering on. I can hardly get a word in edgeways.
Are you sure you got enough money to go home?
Listen, just drive me home, James. Home, James. I've always wanted to say that.
Sado.